MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Mets. New York hope to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next. Marcus Stroman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan, any thoughts?
Marcus Stroman, not a real big guy. First-round draft pick out of Duke University. Good power sinker, 92 to 94 miles an hour. His slider is good. Will throw an occasional curveball and changeup. His best trait, ultimate competitor.
Here's Colton Wong now. He will lead this one off today. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Liner toward right center. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. The throw into second, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position, one batter into the game.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. 2-run shot to straightaway center. 8th home run on the season for him, as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Love the homer in the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
What a terrific month this guy had last month, hitting over 350. If he can continue at this pace, he's got a legitimate shot to win a batting title.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, D-Row, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
That is the third baseman, Tommy Edman.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Edman, and he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. And the pitch.
1-0.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner. Foul. Stroman, also known as Stro Show at times. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The 1-2. A bouncer up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Pitch inside, the throw, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Edman leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And he takes a called strike 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 home.
Thank you.
Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. On the ground to third. Taken there by Lowry, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Yadier Molina, and a great chance here for the Cardinals to add on in just the first inning. From the stretch.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Grounded to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Dakota Hudson gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
In there, strike 1. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
First things first, here's a throw over. So here's Brandon Nimmo as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. Two and 1.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base, almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
And that misses for ball 4. And it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
So here's Jeff McNeil, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
He's set, and the pitch. Pops this one up. Coming in is O'Neill. He can't get to it. This one's down. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Dan, they didn't come out offensively like gangbusters yesterday. They had a few runs, but today they're able to push one across early.
Boy, this is, you always want to try to strike first. I think if you look at the stats, teams that score first win a big majority of the time. So they're off to a flying start in this one.
So here's Pete Alonso as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. We'll check in with an average still south of 230. 15 long balls and 32 driven in. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Wong. To second for 1. Relay to Goldie, and that gets him as well. A double play. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
In now, Michael Conforto, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. When facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Conforto is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great with runners in scoring position. He has certainly been that, and he's able to slow the moment down.
Ready on 0-2.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. 1 inning in the books here. The Cardinals lead it 2-1. Now at the plate, Tyler O'Neill. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here it comes. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, that's nice execution right there. Swung through the first slider, got it again, stayed tall, kept his hands back, didn't try and do too much, and delivered a nice base hit.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader, as he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike one. The numbers coming in, 278 the average, 6 home runs, and 14 driven in. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike, 0-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Stepping in now, Dakota Hudson. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Throw not in time at first, so the pitcher tries to give himself up, but instead he gets himself a base hit. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Giving chase is Nimmo. He makes the running play. 2 down. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. First offering on its way. In there, and it's 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. 2 balls and a strike.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Ready with the 2-1.
That's a ball.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
3-1. Here it is. Called strike, and that'll run it full. Payoff pitch on its way. Popped up. Alonso is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cards strand a couple. They still lead it 2-1. Here's Jed Lowry now.
Leading up for the bat, the third baseman, Jed Lowry.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. High in the air out towards shallow right. And this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
The catcher, Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Here comes the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball. Ball, that's kicked out.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
1 out, nobody on. 2-2 to the Mets catcher. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Ramos is retired. 2 down now. J.D. Davis the next to bat. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Hats off to that one. Down in order go the Mets. They still trail it here 2-1. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now.
Leading off for St. Louis, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First delivery to him on the way.
Hey. That's outside. Two balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Ball 3.
He's fallen behind now 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Edman, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. Into the upper deck, but foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. And he popped him up. Coming in is Nimmo, but he won't get there. It falls in.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. First and second here with nobody out. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. A bouncer to the left side. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Next to the Cardinals, the left fielder, Tyler.
So 2 on with 2 away, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch coming. Here it is. The 0-1 offering. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Ready with the 3-1. Line to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and a second run's going to score. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
Now batting.
Well, we all know that errors happen, but not all errors are equal. That one was especially costly. As 2 runners cross the plate, those are game changers, no doubt about it.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Hit to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Cards lead it 4-1. So here's the Mets pitcher, Marcus Stroman, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
In this situation right here, I'm protecting my pitcher from himself. I know he wants to swing the bat and let the boys know in the clubhouse that he can do his job, but I'm probably putting a take sign on right here.
Three and 0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
And that misses as well. It's ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to the pitcher leading off the inning. Wow.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Back to the top of the order now, and up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. From the stretch.
Ball, that's it.
Four to one's our score here in inning number 3. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. This is in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. He drew a walk his first time up. Has a look, now the pitch. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 now. Runners on first with 1 down. In there, 3-1.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting, number 6.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. From the belt, the pitch.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Now, this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Laid off, but a cold strike as that caught the outside. The 2-1 home. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And the throw to Wong, and the inning is over. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Mets 1. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Dakota Hudson, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down or he won't be out here very long.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nimmo, 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here comes the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a liner. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Yeah, and you can take a look at his numbers here. With that 1-out single, he's flirting with a little trouble here again. You'd like to see him find a way to get out of this inning and battle for another inning or so, but you also don't want him to give up a big number.
Standing in now, Dexter Fowler, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1 on its way.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen.
He's going, he's going.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
4-1 our score as we play inning number 4. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up, and if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Paul Sewall answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. At the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. The 1-0 home is laid off for ball 2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Runners are at second and third with one down. And that's over. 3-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Into center field. Line drive, base hit. 1 run scores. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 6-1.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
At the plate now, Paul DeYoung, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. Now both runners are breaking. Weak grounder back to the mound. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting,
Yadi Molina digging in now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5. Another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two and 2 to the Cardinals catcher. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Ramos has got it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Mets 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 16 for him on the year. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
So now to the plate, Michael Conforto, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0 home.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive, not being very aggressive right now.
Nope. 3-0. Now here's the pitch. And that's finally over for a strike. No outs, nobody on. And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now. Now the payoff pitch home. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball four.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
Digging in to try it again, Jed Lowry. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Nope.
A runner at first with no outs here. Not close. It's 2-0. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Has a look. Now the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Here's the 3-1. And he lays off there, ball four. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Next up for New York, Wilson Ramos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch on its way.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Two balls and no strikes to Ramos.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
He's set. Now the pitch. None out. Runners at first and second. All even now. 2-2. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will hold tight, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Base hit into right center. The throw home. And he will score ahead of the play, and that'll cut things to 6-3 now. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Into the box, J.D. Davis. In the dirt here. No movement on base. It's ball one. The 1-0 home.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Three and one to the Mets left fielder.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
He loses him on ball four.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
So here now is the pitcher, Paul Sewald. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's waved at and missed for strike one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Grounded back up the middle. Wong is there. There's one on to first, so they let the pitcher swing away here, and it turns into a double play.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He singled and later scored back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
3 runs already home here. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. A 3-ball 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. The 3-1 pitch. And he misses again, as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Fly ball right down the line in left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. We played 4 full. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Mets 4. Digging in once again, Tyler O'Neill. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Tyler O'Neill.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. High in the air down the right field line. Conforto is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball. Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Dakota Hudson. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner towards second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They still lead it 6-4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jeff McNeil. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning. Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
2-0 now. And the pitch. To third. Fielded cleanly. 1 away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. No offer at that one. It's a cold strike.
0-1's the count.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And another foul ball. Popped him up. Goldschmidt in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, and this will make things interesting at this point. It's now a 6-5 game.
second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Genesis Cabrera, a 6'2" left-hander, jogs in to take over on the hill.
Genesis Cabrera.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. As he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball one. Cabrera, 23 years old. This is his second year as a major leaguer. The 1-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. The 0-1 pitch.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
On it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3 on a nice dig at first, and the inning is over. Mets draw a hair closer thanks to the solo home run. We're through 5 here this afternoon. It's tightened up a bit at 6-5 now. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Colton Wong. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Hey, that pitch right there caught entirely too much of the plate. Curveball that rolled over the heart of the plate. He's got to pull the trigger on that one.
Swung on and chopped down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2.
Ball 2. Next down, 2-2.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
In now, Dexter Fowler. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Windup and the 0-1. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, and no one will track it down. And it's fouled away. Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Standing in now, Paul Goldschmidt, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals first baseman.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Squared that one up just a little late. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. 3-2 now.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down in order go the Cardinals, as it remains a 6-5 ball game. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Here comes the 0-1. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. DeYoung gathers it in, and that's the first out.
Now back, left fielder, Davis.
So striding in, J.D. Davis. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Got him to reach out of the zone for that one. Strike 1.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
And he falls behind 0-2. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2. A shot, and that is off the first base bag. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
Robinson Cano will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 24, Robinson Cano.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball one. He enters here right at the 290 mark. 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. Now the 1-0. Fouled off. The 1-1.
I got 2 on the count.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. DeYoung backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Rosario.
Stepping up to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now the 1-1 pitch.
The count is 2-1.
Brandon Nimmo would be next. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Pops this one up. Wong ranging into shallow right. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. St. Louis is out in front, 6-5. Justin Wilson is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38, Justin Wilson.
Tommy Edman will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Tommy Edman.
He's set. Here it comes. And a strike called at the letters. Look high to me, but it's 0-1. Wilson has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. 1-1 the count now. Now here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
1 gone for the Redbirds in the 7th, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product Paul DeYoung. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike there. 0-1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. One out, nobody on. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 0-2 count and the pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
So a runner at first now with one away. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
He's set and the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in his zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Nimmo in pursuit. Oh, what happened? He dropped it. And the throw in gets away from him. And they'll hold the lead runner at third, but the batter does end up making it to second with only one away.
Well, in his defense, he did have to go a long way to get there, but that's not the problem. The problem is once he arrives, he doesn't catch the dang ball. He knows as well as anybody that he should have brought that one in, and it's going to cost him an error, and we'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
So it's second and third following the error. And at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Tyler O'Neill. First offering on its way. Ball one.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. Second and third here, one man out. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Now the 2-1 is taken. Ball three.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Swing and a miss as he goes back to the cutter here. 3-2. Runners are at second and third with one down. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball four.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Now at the plate, Harrison Bader. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
From the stretch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
And all three runners on the move here. Squeeze attempt, miss it. And now the tag, and he's out on the botched squeeze attempt. And it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
The 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Cards strand a couple. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Bottom of the inning now. Striding into the box, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Leadoff base hit, bottom of the 7th. You're down 1. This has to be the moment they scratch one across.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. John Brebbia will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Lane Thomas will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 35, Lane Thomas.
Striding in, Pete Alonso, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
1-0.
The 1-0 home.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect roll. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
To the plate now, Jed Lowry. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Not close. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here. As a pitcher, you have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
That one's in there. 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Thomas makes the catch, and the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. This one remains close. It's 6-5. Brad Brock has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 29, Brad.
Into the box now, Lane Thomas. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. He'll try again. 1-2, and a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Colton Wong will stand in as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ball game. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit out towards second. He'll get to this one deep in the hole, and an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Up next to the
Good range shown off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Dexter Fowler will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
I'm reaching for. Shot my 3, who's keeping score? 2 ain't anymore. 1 mile till we make it home. Get back.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Conforto will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals as it remains a 6-5 ball game. Jordan Hicks is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 12, Jordan Hicks.
Leading off the inning, Wilson Ramos, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 3-1 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Digging in and looking for more, J.D. Davis. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Ready with the 1-0. In there, 1-1. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
From the belt, the pitch. Not what he wanted to do there with the slider, as it misses well above the zone.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is straining him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Eduardo Nunez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 12, Eduardo Nunez.
Quick check on that tying run at first. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. The 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. Fowler on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the shortstop, Báez.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. He's set. Here it comes.
Hey.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Line towards center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Mets leave 1. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. Edwin Diaz enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Tomas Nido is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 3, Tomas Nido.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Goldschmidt, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch on its way. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
So now to the plate, Tommy Edman tried to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
So digging in now, Paul DeYoung. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
The 1-1. Misses. Ball 2.
1 strike.
To 2-2 now.
2-2.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Yadier Molina would be next. The 3-2 pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. They lead it, however. It's 6-5. John Gant enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 53, John Gant.
So So striding forward now, Brandon Nimmo. And you may notice the usual closer is not in the game here with the save opportunity on the table.
Yeah, he's worked a few days in a row, Matt, so we were told before the game by the skipper he wanted to avoid using him if possible. So that means they will look to close this thing out without him.
The 1-0 home. A little roller toward the hole. He's got it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now at the plate, Jeff McNeil. His career numbers in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, great job pounding the zone strike one. When you got a great hitter in the box, you got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. Pete Alonso will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Now the pitch.
Nope.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. The 1-1 home.
That's ball 2. Count is 2-1.
And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a 1-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So coming to the plate, Michael Conforto. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. As a look, now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. The 2-0 on the way. He's outside for a ball. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
So a big spot here, and stepping in, Jed Lowry. And the game is on the line. The tying and winning runs on base with 2 gone in the bottom of the ninth. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a ball lined to the left side. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. 2 big outs here, but the tying and winning runs are both out there. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball. Put himself right back in this at bat.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Count still full, 3-2. He's set the payoff pitch. And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
So stepping in, Tomas Nido, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Comes set, the 0-1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Redbirds jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Genesis Cabrera wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Marcus Stroman struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. John Gant wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Mets, 5 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 12 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.